Hey Poke People, it's Riley the Rad. We are outside at a horrible hour, and the reason is, of course, Pokemon. So we are going to get our copies of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. My partner says that she's not going to get it, but we'll see if that's actually true when she gets there and gets all jealous of all the other people getting their copies of the game. So we will see you in a second. This Zoom sucks. So just in case you're not aware, there is confirmed to be an upcoming live-action Pokemon movie. It is based on a Japanese game that I don't think we got in the US called Detective Pikachu or something like that. Apparently the writer of the movie, well the writers of the movie are Nicole something who wrote... Nicole Perlman, who wrote Guardians of the Galaxy, and then the writers, or one of the writers from Gravity Falls, which I'm not a huge fan of Gravity Falls, but that's just because I haven't watched a lot of it. I watched the first season a while ago, and it was pretty good, but I honestly don't remember it. So as bad and horrible as a live-action Pokemon movie sounds, maybe it's in good hands? We'll see. Alright, so enough stalling, we're gonna get in there and get our games. It's all happening. What is that?
It's a hoodie.
Oh. So it's like a hood that you attach to... And it's like a scarf too?
Yeah, it's an infinity scarf hoodie thing.
I kinda want it. How much is it?
$10.
$10. Not bad. GameStop is going to be doing some Pokemon Center promotion stuff. So like a lot of the stuff that's normally sold at Pokemon Center that you might not be able to get if there's not one nearby you, you can get at GameStop. I think some other stores are doing it as well. Yeah, so check it out if you're interested. I'll get some footage of it, of the other stuff on the way out. That's terrifying.
You're already in a thing where if you purchase Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon, you get...
Oh, you get 20% off of those games? That's pretty cool. Yeah, and so here's some of the other Pokemon Center stuff that they have around here. Lots of cards, lots of boxes. I saw some Zoroark boxes over there. So it's not like old stuff. It's all pretty current things. Pretty cool, yeah. There's nothing that's jumping out to me that's like, I have to have this, but I really like these figurines because I'm kind of honestly a sucker for figurines and stuff like that. And there's a Cubone one that we both really want that looks super cool, so. Woo, here's my team so far. I'm doing a Nuzlocke run, so I didn't necessarily get to pick the Pokemon that I've caught, but anyway, I chose Litten for my starter. I got the Event Rockruff, Alolan Meowth, and Grubbin. So far I've been pretty lucky with the Pokemon that I've been able to catch, although I did catch a Wingull, which I wasn't happy about, so I put it in the box in case I need it later. So anyway, that's where I'm at, if you're curious. Hey Poke People, so I'm in the car waiting for my partner to get out of work. So my plan was to walk around and just play some Pokemon Go, but as you can see in true Michigan fashion, it's raining, so that's not gonna happen. So I ended up just kind of sitting in the car and I'm just playing Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I wanted to just give you guys an update on my thoughts so far about the new set. It's called Ultra Prism, and it seems really good. So far, I'm pretty excited. So if you're not aware, they're introducing some things called Prism Star Cards, which they had something similar in the past, I think, called Star Cards. I didn't play at the time, but I did some reading up on it. Basically, in the past, you could only have one Star card in your deck at a time, whereas with the Prism Star cards, you can have more than one Prism Star card, but you can only have one of the same name. And then once you use it, or if it's a Pokemon, once it gets knocked out, it goes into the Lost Zone, which is something kind of new, not really new, but it's something that used to be in the game that's being brought back. It's basically like a second discard pile that once it goes into there, it's like gone forever. And so far as I know, there's not going to be any way to get things out of the Lost Zone, at least in the new format. I don't know how much you guys have been following the leaks so far for Ultra Prism. If you don't want spoilers at all for the set, then probably click away. I'm not going to go into huge detail. I'm just going to talk about the one evolution line that I'm really excited about. So if you follow me on Twitter, you already know the evolution set that I'm really excited about, because I made a post about it a little while back, and I'll put some links in the description down below. There's a new Luxray line that's going to be like ridiculous. It's not a GX line, unfortunately / kind of unfortunately. So he's got 150 HP. It's got an attack that's pretty awesome. It lets you do some crazy sniping. It's an electric colorless for the cost. And it does 150 damage to any Pokemon on your opponent's side of the field. So you can snipe the bench for 150. So if you're running a Tapu Koko promo and you just do one flying flip, you can start KOing Lele's with this thing. That's pretty ridiculous, and then he's only one prize. And I know the attack seems expensive, so you might be wondering, like, how am I going to power this up? My thought is, and this has kind of been echoed by other people online, but I did think of it independently before other people started posting about it. My thought is to use Electrode for the Buzz Zap Thunder ability, to where you can attach it as a special energy for 2 lightning. Your opponent gets a prize card, but that also opens you up for probability of being able to use counter energy to also use that to get him powered up quickly. So I don't think powering up that attack is going to be difficult. I think it's going to be really good. And then one other thing about it real quick is that the Shinx from the set can evolve, I believe, on the turn that you play it, which is really cool. And then the Luxio has an attack for 1 colorless energy that lets you, I think it deals 30 damage, and then it stops your opponent from being able to play item cards the next turn. So because Shinx can evolve on the first turn, if you go, well, not if you go first, because if you go first you can't attack on your turn, but if you go second, basically the only turn, if you really want to, that your opponent's going to be able to play item cards is their first turn, and that's also the turn that they can't attack, which is pretty crazy, especially considering you can't evolve on the first turn. So I don't know, it just seems really, it seems like there's some potential there, especially when you consider the new Shiny and Celebi that lets you use attacks of previous evolutions. So when your Luxray is out, if you can't quite power up that 150 snipe for some reason on a particular turn, you can still lock your opponent out of items, which is really cool. I don't know if it's going to be a main meta deck. It seems like maybe a fun league deck, but regardless, I think it'll be cool. I'm super excited about it, and I'm just really jazzed about this new set. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So, kind of a short vlog today, not too TCG heavily related, but I figured I would give you guys an update on stuff just because, I mean, it is a new Pokemon game. I mean, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon did just come out, so I thought you guys might be interested in that, and then the whole GameStop promo thing was pretty cool too. So if you're broke like me, also be sure to keep an eye out on the Black Friday sales if you're brave enough to go out during that mess. There's a lot of good deals on Pokemon cards. I believe at Target, if you have a Mire around you, that's kind of like a Target sort of too. I think Walmart also has some good deals. Check out your sale papers. There might be some things worth going out for. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!